afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. Hello, Hershey. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing good. Um, you've left some comments so people know. First of all, I've
Those
got
are the journal prompts for this
shadow
week.
work. So we got journaling prompts, and then this is an explanation of shadow work. If we've taken 3 weeks off from
My
this.
opinion. There's a lot of people's opinions about it. This is just my opinion on what shadow work is to me.
Hi, Scorpio Mama, Michelle Williams. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's back
Thank
to
you, thank
work.
you, thank you.
Hershey took it easy on us right before she was ready to go on her journey to come here to live in Texas. And she's here and nearly settled in. There's going to be some rearranging to do, fine tuning. But for the most part, she's settled in and ready to come back to YouTube and um, give of her gifts and talent and time to all of us. And we're very appreciative that um, she made the trip and she returned. So thank you
Absolutely.
for helping me, especially in these last couple weeks. It was no easy task, but we buckled down and poured into it and did as much as we possibly could in the day before we pooped out, petered out, and things look good. Look behind me. There's not like clutter. There's a bed and floor. Yeah.
It's much softer. It's not so hard and edgy.
Are
So,
you
guys,
saying I have two?
Thomas is going to highlight a few things, and these are outside of my definition of shadow work. The other ones are your prompts for your journaling this week. I have been taking it easy on you guys for probably over a month now. And this week, we are getting back into our focus. We've only got 3 more words left. Only got 3 words left, and we will have completed one whole year of shadow work that we have journaled. Those that participated and honestly did any or all of this Wednesday collaboration that Thomas and I do, you are about to graduate and be much, hopefully, healthier. So, tonight we are talking about trust, and I am in my bedroom tonight, so I apologize for not having any of my walls done, but I have Audrey too with us tonight, and I was highly motivated to bring her out, even though I'm so disappointed because I was today's years old when there I found out there was an alternate reality ending to that movie, and I'm very disappointed in the alternative
And then
ending.
and
So disappointed.
you remembered an alternate ending differently than I did, but we both agreed that this ending sucked with both
Oh,
Audrey and Seymour
100%.
being eaten by the plant.
100% suck. Yes, 100% suck. And I noticed something
So
was different when she said the little thing about just feed me to Audrey too. And I'm thinking, I don't think I remember that. Like I've seen this movie since it came out, and I don't think I've ever heard that part. Am I in the middle of a Mandela?
and
Oh my
then the
god, it was, and then I sat, tortured myself, and watched it.
and
Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop of Horrors.
she remembers that
I'm
Audrey
traumatized.
and Seymour run off to like the suburbs where it's green. and go off and live their life. And I remember an ending where the plant blooms like a sunflower, and all the faces of the victims showed up in the flowers.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember Audrey too getting electrocuted at the end of the attempting to eat Audrey one. So yeah, not what I remember at all. I'm somewhere in a Mandela effect, and I am not happy about this shit, y'all. I'm not happy. So, are we ready to go to work? You guys got paper and pencil? So, tonight we are going to pick a color, right? So, tonight, whatever color resonates with you is the color we're going to go with. Thomas and I have assigned certain crystals or stones for the colors. Our colors are black, yellow, white, and blue. For me, for black, I picked the lodestone, which is magnetized, very powerful, and because it's magnetized, it enhances a lot of good energy, and it kind of lets negative like not be around because it magnifies so much good energy for me. My white, I picked a Sheva stone. My yellow, I picked a yellow jasper. And my blue, I picked a blue kunzite. Thomas, what about you?
For black, I have a river rock. For white, I have a quartz cube. For yellow, I have a citrine on a quartz matrix. And for blue, I have a lapis chakra cube.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right, guys. So, whatever color you resonate with, black, yellow, blue, or white, make that your comment, and we will know you guys want to read. And we will read for you the prompts. And the prompts are: have you taken back your trust? Number two, can you trust your own thoughts? And number three, where are you at in your own skin? Are you being truthful with yourself or not? So, those are the three prompts that we will look at. And then you have your journaling prompts here in the comments for you guys to work on whenever you want to. It's timeless. You can work on these whenever you want. They are not very comfortable prompts, but shadow work is not comfortable. So, we have to get through these last few, and then we will be ready for the next chapter.
Shadow work isn't always comfortable, but it is insightful because it does show us how we truly are in our inner workings.
Absolutely. Scorpio Mama says, I trust easily. Michelle says, I think I trust too easily. And Scorpio Mama says, my family have told me I trust too easily too. Yeah, I kind of give trust away. You know, you kind of have to trust the people working in fast foods and the banks and all these places. You have to kind of trust them that they're going to do right, that they want to be right. So we kind of freely give that away, and then we look for trust in other forms and other ways, and sometimes we take away other parts of us, thinking that we're being too trusting when actually we are giving loyalty to the wrong people, or we're showing kindness to people that don't deserve it, and they're taking our kindness for weakness. There's all different kinds of ways that we can misunderstand our emotions when it comes to shadow work, because we're so used to easily blaming something that's comfortable for us instead of things that make us either stand out or feel uncomfortable because we don't like to feel uncomfortable. But if you're paying attention, I know almost all week long, all you have heard me talk about is getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. There is a lot of uncomfortable coming, and we have got to figure out how to get comfortable with ourselves, with our neighbors, with understanding people, understanding situations better, and learning to become better at being better with ourselves and with others. How about you, Thomas?
Um, I'm, I'm dialing up my insulin right now. Sorry. Um,
Nope, you're good.
uh,
Go ahead and take care of that.
trusting myself. I've in the last 5 years, I've come a long ways in that, um, because because of declining health and mobility issues. Um, I want to strengthen myself as much as I possibly can and do as much as I possibly can for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, I know that I can ask other people for help, but at least I will attempt something if I think I can do it safely. And if I get in trouble, I make sure that somebody's nearby that can perform a rescue if I get into a physical feat more than I can handle at the moment.
Okay.
And uh, trusting on intuition. Um, I'm going with those gut feelings more and more often, and I'm finding out that there's a reason why the pit of your stomach hurts for some instances. There's a reason why you have nagging thoughts in other instances. Um, so I am learning to trust bodily cues and inner intuition. Hello, PD.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Michelle, the
Hi,
movie
Petey.
that we had the Mandela effect today, we were watching Little Shop of Horrors, the Rick Moranis version, and uh, it was totally bizarre because they uh, we're poor. We have commercial TV, so it'd just be getting good, and then they'd slap about 5 minutes of commercials in there, and they're what's the technical school? They're advertising United Technical
Oh,
Industries
yeah,
Institute,
Institute.
United Technical Institute. So your alma mater would be UTI, urinary tract infection. So we found that quite ironic.
That
We
was
didn't want to
funny.
tell them they picked bad initials. Okay, so we've got a couple takers. We got a black and a blue.
Oh, okie dokie. Is that the same as a blue and a black?
Hopefully, it is not the Audrey 2 or the Audrey 1 abusive relationship shiner.
Let's hope not. All right. So I hope you guys got your journal prompts wrote down for this week. Like I said, we're not going to discuss them. We will discuss them next week if you want to, or you can hit me up at any time. So we will go ahead and we will start. So, Brother Thomas, go ahead and pull up our first.
We have Miss Michelle Williams, and she chose black, which is my river rock, my polished river
Okay.
stone.
Okay.
And so, like when you get around water and nature, um, it's very, very grounding to have those negative ions from the water to eliminate pollutants in the air, to attach to them and bring them back down to earth. Yes, yes, Cheryl Lounge. I want to see that on my lambskin. I received my master's from urinary tract infection. Uh, so, and give me the 3 prompts, the 3 card prompts. Do you trust in yourself, or is
Have
that?
you taken back your trust? Can you trust your own thought? And where are you at in your own skin, truthful or not?
Okay, so Michelle, have you taken back your own trust? And you got the I, number 17. And I think what you're seeing is that um, you you've ran into people in your life that you can't trust, and you've got them around the neck. You see that, and you're trying to right the wrongs as they happen, so you don't have to lose trust. You might lose trust in that person, but you haven't lost trust in humanity. Have you taken back your trust? We have the thief. So you went out and found your trust, and you took it back from whoever took it from you. So I would say that you're well on to healing. And then the other one was, are you like your authentic self, or how do you see yourself?
Where are you at in your own skin, truthful or not?
So in your own skin, you still have different roles that you're playing. You're playing the truthful, honest Michelle. You're playing the what you think family and friends think Michelle needs to be for them, and then you're also playing workaday Michelle. So you're still it's not playing games. It's projecting how you want to be seen in other people's eyes at the moment. So once you fully take ownership of your trust, you can just trust Michelle to be Michelle. And if Michelle's got to be blunt, she doesn't have to put on the mask of other guises. Michelle can just be Michelle and say that. And that's what I have for you on the conscious side.
All right. So you chose black, so you got the lodestone. Lodestone is magnetized stone. So for somebody like you, it would make sense that you would be drawn to a lodestone. When I think about subconsciously, have you taken back your trust? What I got was, can you hear me in House of Flowers, right? So when you think about these 2 cards together, for me, it's saying, are you're questioning still something about in your own trust? Can you hear me? This is your subconscious going, can you hear me? Michelle, 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 can you hear me? That's your subconscious saying, that's not me talking. That's a guide. That's your intuition. That's your gut. That's you understanding things differently. House of Flowers is about growing in ways that you never thought possible. Like you're literally growing outside of the foundation that you originally built. You have exceeded it in some way. Now, remember that there is a limit to abundance, okay? That's what stop signs are for, that's what tens are for. Why do I say that? Because when I think about the question, can you trust your own thoughts? I got 10 of wands in reverse, blocking the death card, right? This death card is about a drastic change, right? Look how beautiful that for a death card. All brand new flowers, cleaned out, no cages, no chains, no obstacles, nothing in death to represent anything but rebirth, right? New, new, new. The drastic has already happened. You got the 10 of wands in reverse. So instead of the drastic change ahead of you, this is already happening, right? Drastic change has already changed your mind. You're hearing your subconscious say, can you hear me? You're hearing other things. Can you hear me? You're learning other things. You're growing outside of the foundation that you originally built. So that's a good thing when it comes to your trust. But where are you at in your own skin subconsciously? I got ambiguity and blah, blah, blah.
Ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Yeah, you got it.
No, don't judge me. Okay. So anyway, it's about the process must begin within. Letting go of uncertainties to make an effort to live intentionally. Think about your heart's desires and then take the step. Don't take the step without knowing what you're stepping into. The other thing I got is that you're rising up. So, yes, maybe you still stumble. We all do. We all are perfect imperfections. So, continue to want to rise up, continue to want to level up. That is a good process. That is in a good place to be when it comes to shadow work. You're not worried about getting too high because when it comes to shadow work, you have to bring a lot to light before you can even start building that ladder. But where you're at, you're on the rise up and you are definitely out coming out of and busting at the seams. So build bigger dreams, maybe build an extension onto your hope cup and let's fill it up. It looks really good for right now. That's what I got, Michelle.
Up next is Scorpio Mama. Are you here, Scorpio Mama?
Blue. Blue.
She was here 7 minutes ago. Scorpio Mama, you still here? De nada, Michelle. De nada.
Muchas gracias. De nada. Thank you, Petey. Well, it's Wednesday, so we do something different on Wednesdays, but it all works around shadow work. So it's hump day, you know. Some of us need to laugh. Sometimes we laugh on Wednesdays. Sometimes we do sacred stuff. Sometimes we just tell stories. Sometimes we do journal prompt reads. Sometimes we don't bring enough
Scorpio
drink with
Mama
us.
is here. So Scorpio
Yay!
Mama,
Okay. And she is blue.
you picked the blue lapis lazuli chakra cube, and a story about blue lapis is that was the pigment to get the blue color many years ago, and lapis is found in Brazil and Afghanistan and Nepal, or uh, foothills of the Himalayas, somewhere. Um, and they would grind up the lapis lazuli for blue pigment for the paints, and the Winsor Newton Paint Company 200 years ago had a contest for anybody who could make a synthetic blue without having to grind up lapis lazuli for the pigment, would be awarded a big prize, like $100,000 or $1 million at the time. And somebody did come up with a synthetic way to make the blue and took home the money. And Winsor Newton Paint Company is still producing paints till the day, and that color is called Winsor Blue. But you would know it as primary blue in other paint sets. So, Scorpio Mama, have you lost your trust? The disguise. I would say that maybe you haven't lost your trust, but you've hidden it from yourself. Maybe there's some false bravado in how you're approaching things. Our second prompt again, Hershey. I'm sorry, I should have
Can you
written
trust
those
your
in.
own thoughts?
Can you trust your own thoughts? Well, I think you can for the most part, Scorpio Mama, because here's all these people wanting to get a hand into you and guide you on their way, and you're rejecting them. So you're going it on your own. You're trusting yourself to find your own authentic path. And the third prompt again, third card. How do are you your true and
Where are you
authentic
at in
self?
your own skin, truthful or not? Where are you at in
You
your own
might,
skin?
yeah, you might not be in your own skin because we have the card of envy. So you may not be at the place that you want to be, and you envy those who you want to emulate and trust themselves. So there might be some more work on the conscious level for you, Scorpio Mama. And if you at least recognize those traits, you can work on them. And then Hershey will have your subconscious message.
Okay. So, all right. So you went with blue, and for blue, for me, I have blue kite. So, I don't have
We
a
got
lot of
Yehudi.
information on blue because all of my books are at my desk, and I'm not at my desk. But you got blue kunzite, and it's really powerful. So, what I want you to know is that in your prompts, you got have, or for number one is, have you taken back your trust? So off the top of my head, yes, I would ultimately say comfortably you got flower spirit and you got white rose of hope, right? But when you think about flower spirit, right, and you look at the beautiful card, what you see is that there is a girl holding a fairy feather or a fairy flower. This is a part of her soul that she needs. This part of her soul listens to all of her heart, it listens to her friends, and it provides a soothing caress when there needs to be, and a prickly edge for those times in need, right? With that last line there, that makes me say, yes, you've taken your trust back. When I say that, it's because you're not so misunderstanding of what trust means to you anymore, right? You don't see it as loyalty. You don't see it as sweat equity. You don't see it as somebody never willing to change, somebody a narcissist. You don't see it at that anymore. You don't see kindness taken for weakness. So with that, and it's paired with the white rose of hope, all I can tell you is that this woman was in total darkness until that white rose found her. Don't look like she's in total darkness anymore, does it? Because she's not. No matter where she goes, she takes that bright, beautiful light of hope with her everywhere she goes. As you can see, if I pull it back far enough, it almost looks like the moon is guiding her, but it is not the moon. That is her hope, all neatly folded in a beautiful rose, a rose that can never die, right? So, yes, I would say subconsciously you have taken back your trust. You have come to a part where this second prompt is going to be a little bit like, but the second prompt for journaling is going to perfectly for this, right? That trust when it comes to self care, right? So, prompt two is, can you trust your own thoughts? I got Nine of Pentacles in reverse, right? So, this is material well being, right? Yours is in reverse. Now, I'm not taking that as a negative though, because they paired it with what? The Ten of Cups, right? So, they paired it with, for one, a stop sign, but it is the stop sign of emotion, right? So, with this being in reverse, this pentacle, this money, this material in reverse is showing me, in a way, learning to get comfortable in your own skin, right? I mean, in your own thoughts when it comes to spending patterns, when it comes to making sure that needs are now met before wants, desires. So, because of these two, the way they're paired together with this prompt, I would absolutely say that you subconsciously are okay with trusting your own thoughts and learning to understand that because you need more of this, which is the 10 of cups, to stop the emotional support that is gained with the stop sign versus this materialistic wealth that is the wants, that all it is extra baggage for real. It's not a need, it's strictly a want, right? There's no health benefit to it. So, yes, I would say that you can trust your own thoughts subconsciously. Now, when I see prompt three and it says, where are you at in your own skin? And I see defenselessness in reverse and bound upright, I'm like, wait, what? Did this just freaking contradict everything that I just read? But then when I think about what the card is, it's before you judge or jump or step into the first step of helping yourself, you underestimated your strength by not building a path. You jumped right in, right? This makes so much sense why it would be in reverse, right? If you are learning to trust in your skin and you are learning to stand in front of a mirror naked, or yourself, or just journal and be honest, raw gut honest with some of these things, yeah, your guts might get a little bound up. You may get a little uncomfortable, but that's what it is about. Shadow work is not easy. So, yes, I would say that you are being truthful with yourself. I'm not going to say you're ready to spend 30 minutes in the mirror butt booty naked, but you are getting to a place where you can do more than just tell yourself that you look good or run past the mirror to get into the shower or your robe or whatever. You are definitely, definitely, definitely getting subconsciously to a place that you weren't quite at a year ago. And the growth that you've made is showing exponentially every day that I see you coming back and trying again. So don't give up. You got the Scorpio mama, and it looks really good. This is a really good check for you. I hope you enjoy those journal prompts.
So we have PD next. PD, we are in two separate places. I'm in my room, and then my walk-in closet and the laundry out in the hallway is between my room and Hershey's room. So yesterday we were having some feedback when she was in the corner in the dining room, or whatever day that was. If it was yesterday or the day before, but this seems to be working out. Other than you breaking up a little bit in your audio, but you were having that problem in Missouri.
Yes. I also don't have the best equipment, so I'm working on it,
And
guys.
Aaron Nugent has joined us. Welcome home, Hershey. I hope your new place brings joy, fun, comfort, and fulfillment.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
MPD picked yellow. So I have
Yellow.
the yellow citrine crystal on a quartz matrix. And have you lost your self-trust? The egg. No, you're still innocent. You're young. You see yourself as young, and you're dependent on others. So you are pretty much blindly trusting other people in your life. Not to say that you can be taken advantage of, because you trust your intuition and instinct to keep you safe. So I think you still have retained your trust. Where are you at in your journey? You got blessings, so you know that you're blessed along the way. So we've got our Pope, our Hierophant, and he's blessing you and wishing for all the abundance that Source has in store for you. And are you authentic with yourself? Maybe you're a little too authentic at times because you got the combustion card. So that you recognize that there's times that you nearly have to go road rage at things if you don't trust them. You don't when you uncover somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes. You can go ballistic. You can go off the rails. Be a little short tempered with people, but that's your instincts protecting you. So I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. Thank you, PD. And that's for the conscious side of you, and Hershey will read your subconscious. Hi, Nicole. Cosmic Blue Avian joined us.
Hey, little sister. So, for me, have you taken back your trust? Okay, so you picked yellow. Okay, I have yellow jasper, right? So you can do that as part of your homework, yellow jasper. But that's going to be a good stone for you, and the one that Thomas chose for those colors for this coming up Wednesday to Wednesday, timeless Wednesday to the next Wednesday, 22 Wednesdays later. Anyway, have you taken back your trust? In a way, okay? So you got Miss Sunshine, which is all about the memories, the nostalgia, reconciliation, remembering, right? Almost that six energy, right? Where you can get lost in nostalgia, but because it's Miss Sunshine, it's the good parts of nostalgia, not the ones that hurt so much, right? But then they paired it with Stranded. And then I'm thinking, well, why the hell did they do that, right? But then I think about, look at this picture, right? Think about the situation. The captain is way down here on a cloud, and his vessel way up here in another cloud. And the water, you can barely see it down there. You can barely see the water. It's not very seafaring. It's not ready to go, is it? This isn't the Stranded that when you think about it paired with Miss Sunshine that says, I'm not ready. It's the one that says, I'm intentionally pulling my own anchor. I'm dropping it. I'm not ready. This is the Stranded that says that I've always jumped, I've always leaped for everybody, but never for me. So let me drop anchor right here in these clouds, a long way from water, and figure out what I need for me. What part of nostalgia is my happiness? What could be another possible future for me, right? And then when I think about the prompt, the next prompt, which is, can you trust your own thoughts? I got patience and awakening, right? So when you think about patience, that is a sticky situation because we're always asking for it, but we want that instant gratification, right? We want that instant patience to come to us. And then we get found or we find our spot ourselves in positions and situations that require nothing but patience. There's not a bit of control anywhere within our grip, right? And they paired that with awakening. So when you think about giving yourself this much time, this much effort to where you are grounding yourself in patience, you have no choice but to have some form of an awakening with that, right? An awakening to this kind of prompt of being able to trust your own thoughts is saying, this is not healthy. This is very healthy. Well, I can have two of these because it's healthy, or I can have a bite, a smell, a sniff of this because it's unhealthy, right? I'd rather have the quality versus the quantity anymore. Life changes us. And this is exactly where it looks like subconsciously you are at when it comes to learning to trust your own thoughts. So I would say yes, subconsciously, you are getting to that point where, what is that sound, Thomas? Do you hear that?
It was
I swear to God, it sounded like
something
somebody was
scraping.
scratching my bedroom window.
It's scraping. Somebody was dragging something, scraping on the boulevard.
It sounded like they was scraping or scratching my bedroom window. That was creepy. I am so sorry, Petey. Okay.
Yeah, it was. It
Prompt
was on
number
the
3.
boulevard. It. Maybe somebody's bamboo fishing pole was dragging behind the truck.
The echo is
Yeah, it sounds
insane.
like blade
Y'all. It
sharpening.
sounded
Yes.
like it was my bedroom window, and I'm like, what? Prop
we
3.
have to.
Where are
We
you
had
at in
some.
your own skin? Are you being truthful or not with yourself, with your prompts, your journaling? You don't have to be worried about what the next person is thinking. This is your own nakedness, right? Judgment, upright, and Six of Pentacles. Speaking for their self, right? Judgment is all about that positive change, right? Bringing in judgment, that positive change, that knowing that not everything is buttons and bows, but we have to have rain or the plants and shit don't grow, right? So when we take in judgment and we take in the Six of Pentacles, which is also about abundance and hope and understanding, you are definitely in a place where I would say, yes, you are very, very much okay and comfortable in your own skin. And yes, I would say subconsciously, you are not sugarcoating yourself, and you're also not sugarcoating your feelings to other people by the looks of this, because you don't want to judge yourself for not being honest in the end. So I would say, yes, you're in a damn good spot. You've got Yellow Jasper backing you up. Keep going, boo. You're in a great spot.
Um, Nicole, what I just received was the sound that Hershey was hearing. I PD sound. It just sounded like a blade being sharpened. To me, it sounded like
Yeah,
a
like on my window.
wooden pole being dragged along the boulevard, like maybe a bamboo pole or
No,
a
it
piece
sounded
of
like
wood.
blades on a glass. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
is that on my window? I'm like freaking the fuck out, like that was
Well,
on my window.
yesterday, behind the entertainment center, we have a fireplace that the entertainment center is blocking. So we had a scratcher on the back of the entertainment center last evening. We never did figure out what that was.
Yeah, I never did figure that
But
one
we had
out. You're right.
Oliver.
I didn't.
We had
Yeah, I never did.
Oliver come today,
Oh,
and
well,
who was Oliver?
I have one more pile here if somebody wants to pick the white.
So Cosmic Blue Avian just said I don't need to read, but I like blue. So what I have is a
Well, we know that.
lapis lazuli chakra cube, and it's got some gold fleck pyrite in the matrix with it.
And my blue was
So that's kind of blue and yellow.
Blue Kunte. Cosmic said, okay, I'll take white, but love white. Okay. Last one. Last one.
And I've just got a quartz cube for my white today. And have you lost your trust? You got two. The feral child. I think you're a wild child, and so you run off of a lot of instinct. So you may not trust the world around you. You feel like you're wild and you're going it alone, and there might be some like self-protective reactions that occur. The next is that you got playthings, and I think that when your trust is being played with, um, you you don't like you recognize games when games are being played, and you don't like to be played. So you get upset when other people touch your toys. Um, and again, it's just protecting what you have as assets and resources around you. And where are you at in your authentic self? Well, Nicole, I'm sorry. Trigger warning, Nicole. You got the spider. Um, and I know how you don't like spiders, uh, but spiders have to survive and eat. So you lay your web, and you don't entrap people, but unwary people that come by, you will catch them in their deceits. You will ensnare them in the truth, and then you will secretly delight as you feast upon their misgivings on trying to rob you of your trust in the world. And that's what I have on the conscious level. And Hirshu will read on your subconscious level.
Ooh, okay. So white, you got dun, 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 the Sheva Stone. Do, 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 do. Sheva. And you already know all about the Sheva Stone. So that's part of your journaling prompts. So, first and foremost, when I look at prompt number one, and have you taken back your trust, right, for yourself, I get liberty, and to the moon and back. So, when I think about the Liberty card, Liberty is all about choices, confidence, letting go, and self determination. This card shows a woman freeing a bird through items of her hair that she's collected. It's quite difficult to understand if you really dive in there and look at that long, gorgeous hair. Hint, hint. And then you see the freeing of the bird going on. But you see all the assistance from all the different feathers and stars and everything that's falling out of her hair that's helping her in the clouds and everything that's being a distraction so that the bird can get free, right? And then when you think about to the moon and back, which is about desires and longing for wishes, this tells me that you are in a good place about understandingly taking your trust back. But when you see to the moon and back, you see that you have no limitations on yourself, right? You look at yourself, and in the distance, all you see is yourself. You don't see the distance. So you don't sometimes understand how far you come. And sometimes when you're constantly going to the moon and back, you're not taking advantage of the little wins because you're constantly in motion and you're missing those little wins. So what I want you to do is I want you to slow down just a little bit, make maybe 10 trips less a day, a night, an hour, depending on how much you're channeling and how much you're doing and you're building your trust within yourself. I want you to slow down because if you're constantly zooming to the moon and back, you're not understanding that those are choices you're making. So you're choosing to step over those little ones. So freeing the bird, finding your liberty is for you taking these times, slowing them down so that you can free the bird, find your liberty, and enjoy the ones that you're missing, right? Prompt 2. Can you trust your own thoughts? Turbulence and symmetry, right? Turbulence is all about a change, challenging you to live your best life during this period, but for the most part, the undifficult times after. Turbulence is temporary. Hurricanes, tornadoes, bad things, temporary, right? Symmetry, lifetime, always taking care of yourself, showing yourself acceptance and support and growth. You are the encouragement of yourself to cultivate balance in your life and ground your energies and live within harmony to manage an upcoming change, whatever it may be. Right? Symmetry, something that lasts a lifetime. Turbulence, something that just lasts temporarily. Tower moments, right? You don't run from them. So I'm going to say that subconsciously, can you trust your own thoughts? Absolutely. Absolutely. Even the ones that send us on a damn roller coaster, you understand it's not for long because the signs and symbols, symmetry will bring you back, and life itself will bring you back out of that turbulence. And even though you were there, you gained something while you were there. You erased something, eliminated something, found out something didn't work. There was something you gained during that temporary time of turbulence, but it allows you to trust your own thoughts. Where are you at in your own skin right now, truthful or not? Hierophant and the Fool. Okay, one of the only Hierophant cards that I absolutely love, and you know me, I can't stand. This is my Nemesis card, and you got my Nemesis card, but you got literally one of my favorite ones. Is that not the most gorgeous spiritual teacher and advisor helping somebody in the beautiful night sky in the top of a gorgeous tree with no distractions? That kind of Hierophant, this kind of understanding, knowledge, and educator that's coming in is definitely for your highest good. And then you got the Fool. The Fool is all about an unexpected journey you are about to partake in. But be careful on that journey because, as you see, there's an alligator waiting for you to take the wrong step. So be very careful on this journey. There is a challenge or two to it. I'm sorry?
She's in Australia.
What?
It may be a crocodile for her
Okay.
locally.
Okay. And okay. There's going to be a gator or an alligator somewhere along this path. So be very careful with your steps. But you're about to embark on a new journey, and you're going to take a hell of a damn teacher with you along the way as you go. So yeah, you can trust where you're at right now, and you're in a good place. But make sure you do some journaling and grab that dang gone Sheva stone and enjoy, because this timeless reading is not just for this week. It's for any Wednesday you need it. And that's what I got for you, sweetie.
So I didn't put our links in the description yet. It was sort of, shall we do it? Yeah, we'll do it. Shall I make a thumbnail? Yeah, I'll make a thumbnail. Should I set up the live stream? Yeah, I'll set up the live stream. So it's been we've been busy all day.
We have been working our booties off, y'all. We are tired.
But thank you for being with us, and thank you for trusting us and letting us be your airline attendants, your flight attendants to your quest for self-discovery and shadow
The
work.
gummies.
And Hershey's got a pre-record with PD tomorrow on some true crime happening.
I do.
At 5. Is it tomorrow? Thursday?
No, the pre-record is at noon. And then the Jeopardy game with PD
Is at
tomorrow
5.
is, I believe, 5 or 6, something like that.
And the true crime won't come out tomorrow, but you're taping it tomorrow, and it'll come out sometime Friday ish.
I think it comes out Friday. We're doing it a little different. We usually record and release the same day, but we're doing it differently this week because we're adding a show for tomorrow. So we didn't want to chop our own heads off and be too exhausted.
So PD is gonna pit me against Hershey, and we're gonna play Jeopardy, or double Jeopardy.
And I'm gonna lose, y'all. I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, well, worthless trivia is my bag, so
Worthless trivia,
might get
ain't
you.
that a bitch? All trivia is worthless.
So thank you all for being with us and trusting us with your journey. Remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and go out and make it a great day. Bye, folks.
Good night, everybody.